The FA Cup quarter-final draw is in, and for FPL managers, the draw has given us the clearest picture so far of which teams are going to double in game week 33 and blank in game week 34. I'm Josh, I've 17 seasons playing FPL, I have a top 2k all-time rank, and in this video, I'm going to give you an updated chip strategy framework based on what we know now, including a plan A, a plan B, and one critical timing warning about when to play your wildcard, if you still have one. Let's get into it. So let's start with what we can say with a fair amount of confidence. So looking at the draw, Arsenal are away at Southampton, who are a decent championship side, but with Arsenal currently top of the Premier League and competing on four fronts, the bookmakers have them at around 85% odds on to progress. Chelsea, on the other hand, face Port Vale, a League One side currently bottom of their division, so Chelsea are 95% odds on to go through. Those are both very heavy odds, so for planning purposes, we can safely assume both Arsenal and Chelsea will progress to the FA Cup semi-finals. Now, what that means for FPL is straightforward. Arsenal and Chelsea assets will then most likely double in game week 33 and then blank in game week 34. Now, most managers will already have Arsenal and Chelsea players. So Raya, Gabriel, Timber and Rice are all popular Arsenal assets. And for Chelsea, Joao Pedro has been in amazing form recently. I own Enzo Fernandez, and obviously Palmer is a bit of an FPL favourite as well. So whether you own them already or are looking to bring them in, you can hold or target Arsenal and Chelsea players with confidence. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Manchester City host Liverpool in the other quarter-final, and this is the real conundrum of the draw. The bookmakers have this essentially at evens, with City a very slight favourite because they're playing at home. Now, neither side are playing their best football right now, and the FA Cup might genuinely be the best chance either of these traditionally elite teams have of winning a trophy this season. So we can't answer this one with confidence yet, but what we can say is this. If City win, they and Burnley will double in game week 33 and blank in game week 34, likely. And if Liverpool win, Liverpool and Crystal Palace will likely double in game week 33 and blank in game week 34. And a quick note on the fourth quarter-final, which is West Ham versus Leeds. So neither side are in Europe. So regardless of who progresses, their league fixture can simply be arranged to the midweek in game week 34. So you don't need to factor that tie into your chip planning at all. The key date is Saturday, April 4th. That's when all three relevant quarterfinals are played. Arsenal, Chelsea, and then City versus Liverpool. By end of day, April 4th, we will have all of our answers. So with plan A and plan B in mind, here's how I'm thinking about my wildcard targets. So plan A would be a City win. So O'Reilly in defence is a no-brainer for me. He's playing out of position, he gets into great attacking positions, and at just 5.1 million, he's exceptional value. Semenyo in midfield at 8.3 million has been brilliant, possibly one of the players of the season. So I'm looking to get Semenyo in as soon as I can. And finally, Haaland. Yes, he's not in his best form right now, but for his talismanic importance to City, especially if they're out of Europe and potentially going all in domestically, I would back Haaland. The only other City option worth considering is their goalkeeper, Donnarumma, if you fancy City to string together some clean sheets. Then plan B on the other side is a Liverpool win. So that would be, for me, Virgil in defence, Szoboszlai and Wirtz in midfield, and that would be my Liverpool triple up. So Virgil would be my 90-minute man with a goal threat and potential clean sheet potential. Szoboszlai for his nailed minutes and his set-piece potential. And Wirtz has really started to tick from an attacking perspective recently. Now, the notable omission here is Ekitike, and that's quite deliberate. Isak is due back from long-term injury quite soon. And Slot has already mentioned that Ekitike has played more minutes than they would have planned this season. So once Isak is back, I'd expect Ekitike to be rotated. So that's too much risk for a wildcard asset for me. Either way, wait for April the 4th before deciding on which plan to execute. So this slide is probably the most important practical advice in this video, so listen up. Your wildcard technically becomes available to activate this Friday, the 20th of March at 6:31 p.m. when the Game Week 31 deadline passes. But there is actually a 3-week gap between Game Week 31 and 32. And in that time, we're going to have an international break, European football, and most importantly, those FA Cup quarterfinals on Saturday, April 4th. My strong advice here is to hold off activating your wildcard until after April the 4th. Once those results are confirmed, you'll know exactly which plan you're executing. And I know what you're probably thinking. The Game Week 32 deadline is Friday, April 10th at 6:30 p.m. So that's only 6 days after the quarterfinals. But 6 days will genuinely be enough if you have a very clear wildcard strategy. And that's exactly what this video is hopefully giving you. Build your plan A draft and build your plan B draft now. April the 4th tells us which one to execute, and then you spend those last few days just tweaking and tightening it up. So to pull it all together, and this assumes you're in a similar position to me with your wildcard, bench boost, and free hit still available. Game week 31 is this week, so that's a blank game week, the Carabao Cup final. Arsenal, Wolves, Man City, and Crystal Palace all blank. Free transfers only, do not touch your chips. Game week 32, that's when I'm most likely going to wildcard. Build your squad around confirmed doublers, waiting until after that April 4th to activate your wildcard. Game week 33, that's your bench boost. So this is shaping up to be the biggest double game week of the season. Your wildcard sets this up and your bench boost maximizes it. Game week 34, free hit. Navigate the biggest blank of the season cleanly without compromising your wildcard, squad, or your bench boost. Now, one quick word on alternatives. If you've already used your bench boost, one strategy worth considering is flipping the approach. You'd play your free hit in game week 33 to maximize the doubles with 11 doubling players, then use your free transfers to navigate the blanks in 34, and then you'd look to wildcard in game week 35 to set up that run-in. I've seen that floating around, and it is a legitimate option depending on your squad and chip state. Personally, I want to maximize my bench boost in game week 33, so I'm committed to a game week 32 wildcard. But your situation may differ. So the FA Cup draw has given us the strategy. Arsenal and Chelsea we can target with confidence. City versus Liverpool is a wait and see until April 4th to execute your plan. If this video has been useful, subscribe to FPL Hawley for the follow-up video once the quarterfinals are played. So that's where we confirm the final piece and lock in those wildcard targets. And drop your current chip strategy in the comments below. I'd love to know where you are at with your plan. Best of luck with your chip strategy and navigating all the upcoming blank and double game weeks.